Hi, my name is Josiah Hunt, and welcome to this short preview of Blackheart. Blackheart is a dark fantasy action RPG where you play as Azrael, the youngest member of an immensely influential royal family known as the Blackhearts. Here we can see the player fighting the most basic enemy in the game, known as an imp. Imps are slow, weak, and they can't take many hits. Perfect to practice your aim on. The game features a satisfying combat system with many different types of enemies to encounter, a beautiful world to explore, and a deep narrative that will draw players in. Here we are meeting our elder brother Nehru for the first time. He's your arch rival and constantly belittles and taunts you throughout the game. Nehru is just one of many characters Azrael will meet throughout his adventures. Thankfully, not all of them are quite as cruel as Nehru. Each character in Blackheart has their own motivations and desires that they're trying to fulfill, and while some of them will help you on your quest, others will use Azrael as a means to getting what they want. The player has the ability to heal mid-combat. However, this is limited by a charge system. Healing charges can be found scattered throughout the world, so it pays to explore every nook and cranny to keep your health topped up. Now we've been ambushed by a group of enemies known as Soul Eaters. These are Blackheart's basic ranged foes, and while individually they don't pose much of a threat, if left unchecked, they can quickly fill up the screen with damaging projectiles. While dashing, the player has invulnerability frames, allowing them to evade all kinds of enemy attacks if timed correctly. We deal to these Soul Eaters pretty easily. At the beginning of the game's story, Azrael forms a bond with a mysterious creature known as Oasis. Oasis acts as the source of your growing power, and also guides Azrael through the world, speaking to you telepathically whenever he feels it necessary to interject with some crucial information. Although Oasis seems to be helping you, your family, especially your father Varen, have a strong aversion towards ether spirits. Azrael needs to keep this bond a secret if he doesn't want to incur Varen's wrath. Skipping forward a bit, we've arrived back at our family home, known as Kredos. Kredos serves as a hub for the game, and it's where most of your interaction with the NPCs takes place. Once you've explored a certain amount in the world, you return to Kredos to receive the next piece of the narrative. It's also a place to level up and gift items to the NPCs, which rewards you in various different ways. Certain parts of the castle open up as you progress the storyline. As we're very near the start of the game, much of the castle is locked off to us. From the teleporter, we can choose our destination to continue adventuring. While out in the world, we run into a thrall. These large enemies have a devastating charge that needs to be avoided at all costs. We've also unlocked a secondary ability to complement our fireball, known as Cutting Shadows. Casting it while our fireballs are recharging is the best way to keep up our damage output. Blackheart's combat requires proper use and timing of the different abilities to succeed. Blackheart has multiple progression systems, the first being a level up system where players can choose which stats they want to increase. Different stats allow for different playstyles, such as being a high damage glass cannon who kills enemies quickly but dies in a hit or two, to full tank builds that allow you to take enormous punishment. These stats are augmented by the passive ability system. Passive abilities are found as rewards for exploring and gifting items to NPCs, and can drastically change the way you fight. As you progress throughout the game, you will be able to combine these passive abilities in interesting ways to create unique builds that suit your playstyle. The first boss of the game, the Deranged Ecclesiarch, puts all the players' skills they've learned so far to the test. Learning the patterns of his moves and how to correctly avoid them is key, as this guy is tough and won't go down quickly. Got him. This has been an overview of Blackheart and what you might expect to find if you play it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow us on Twitter and Discord to keep up with development.